to our virtual auction launch event. We are the senior class of 2024.
I'm Julian.
I'm Kiona.
I'm Nolan. I'm Felix.
I'm Nolan.
I'm Elijah. I'm Gabriel.
Tonight's presentation will showcase our senior stories,
Our dream access days,
Our feature of our Gala dinner.
And our teachers sharing a peek into our access program.
Stay tuned!
Welcome everyone to our virtual auction launch presentation.
we are the Springstone senior class of 2024, and we have put together this presentation to give you a glimpse into our life at Springstone.
Tonight you will learn more about each of us through our senior stories, which we wrote and recorded as a reflection on our educational journey and our hopes for our bright futures ahead.
We'll also give you a glimpse inside our big senior project that culminates with the Senior Star Service Dinner and Fundraising Gala on Friday, March 29th.
We will have a piece of our access program from the point of view of the Springstone teachers.
And learn more about how to connect to support Springstone's 21st annual auction that launches tonight through Clickbid.
It's time to start the show, so be sure to grab some popcorn and the treats and sit back to enjoy our feature presentation.
Let's start the show!
First up, we're going to see Kiona's story. Kiona has been at Springstone for 4 years, and I met her during my 10th grade year. Kiona is a good friend and a hardworking person. If you are lucky, she will share her baked goods and treats with you. She is a talented baker with a bright future as a pastry chef. Let's check out her Springstone story now.
Hello, my name is Kiona Newkirk. I'm in 12th grade and I'm 17 years old. I've been attending Springstone for 4 years since my 9th grade year. I have been diagnosed with ADHD and dyslexia. Before attending Springstone, I went to a Waldorf school. We had to sing every day. They made us play instruments and we couldn't use pencils. We could only use crayons and colored pencils. I was struggling a lot with the subjects, especially math, because I just didn't understand what they were teaching us, and that led me to be behind in school. I had a lot of friends, but during that time, I would get bullied. I knew after I finished middle school, I wanted to go to a different high school. I did a shadow day at Springstone, and I really enjoyed it. When I joined Springstone in 2020, it started online, which I never expected. When the school was online, I was disappointed because it was my first year there and I wanted to talk to my peers and start making friends. At one point during the year, I fell behind on assignments because I had no motivation. Later in the year, we started going in person for access, and that's when I started making friends. The summer program was where I found my good friends and the person who would become my best friend. What I like about the Springstone environment is that everyone is kind and it's easy to make friends. What was different for me between the schools before coming to Springstone was that there were more people in my classes at the other schools. Probably about 20 to 25 people, which was really overwhelming. I like the small class size. It helped me feel more comfortable about speaking up. Springstone has helped me learn to advocate for myself because before I came to Springstone, it was hard for me to speak up and ask for help. The OT tools I use at Springstone are oral motors. They helped me a lot in class when I felt like I was getting distracted or I need something to focus on. Some other OT tools that would help me with class were walking transition laps. The laps would help me refocus and be better at paying attention. Walking laps gives me energy and is nice to take a break to get fresh air. After school clubs have been great to participate in. I'm a founding member of the Springstone School's Social Justice Club. It's important to me to understand what is happening in our world and to take action and help. In the Social Justice Club, we did school-wide projects like the Neurodiverse Day Awareness Festival, where we talked about with the whole school about being neurodiverse and did some collaboration across the grades. We also put together a blood drive with the American Red Cross, which was really fun to do and involved the community in. In the past, we've held food drives for the Contra Costa Food Bank and the LGBTQ+ Community Center in Oakland. I look forward to continuing to contribute to a better world by joining social justice clubs in college. I'm also a part of the student council as vice president. I never expected to be elected by the whole school, but I'm very happy I was. And that I'm a role model for younger students. In student council, we even planned events such as holiday parties, dances, spirit weeks, bake sales, and more. I was also in homework club, which helped me a lot with catching up on schoolwork or homework. I was also in crafting club, which was really fun. We got to do crafts like making bracelets, wreaths, finger knitting, and more. My favorite moments at Springstone were the Access Days. We got to do a lot of activities in different parts of the Bay Area. One of the things we got to do was indoor skydiving at iFly, and I really enjoyed it. During Access, we got to tour colleges, do scavenger hunts, visit museums, and do different workshops. I remember last year during one of the Access weeks, we got to go to the Sun Valley Mall and we went bowling. It was fun. We also prepared for the Senior Star Service Dinner by working on cooking, baking, and babysitting skills for our Oktoberfest. I got to spend time in the kitchen baking cookies and pretzels. I worked hard to create beautiful German-inspired cookies to decorate the tables and feed guests with. I've had a lot of special experiences at Springstone that I've learned and grown from. My plans after graduation are going to Diablo Valley College. I want to take culinary classes and work toward becoming a pastry chef. One day I hope to own my own bakery. I also hope to travel and taste different foods and try new things internationally. I'd like to thank my family, my mom, my dad, my friends, my teachers, and my classmates. Thank you so much for helping me throughout the years. Thank you. Up next, we are going to watch Noah's story. Noah has attended Springstone since 6th grade. I met him in 9th grade and I am glad I did. He is quiet and a steadfast friend. He gets his work done and takes school seriously. He will be successful in the future. Now a word from Noah.
Hello, my name is Noah. I am 18 years old and I have attended Springstone from 6th grade all the way through 12th grade. My diagnosis is autism. My life before Springstone was pretty bad, even through I had an IEP in a place that was supposed to help me. Teachers at my previous school were not aware that I was struggling, and while I was decently successful in school, at times people would bully me. I didn't feel connected or like the teacher truly understood me. I tried my best and I did not feel successful. At my previous school, the classroom was not the safest place. The school gave me therapy, which was not helpful. The Springstone school is safe and is like about Springstone is an area where a lot of wildlife and moving throughout the day allows for changing scenery and helps me focus. Springstone's not the same as other schools, but has allowed me to learn a way that was best for me. When I was younger, I wanted to change how I learn. Patterns can really annoy me. I don't like repeating patterns, but it helped me find a place where I can be myself and learn how I learn best. I make growth in occupational therapy. Being a part of everything I did, Springstone is known for helping people with autism. Everyone's not the same depending on the person learns best. Springstone is not like other schools in a small classroom. And knowing that each student is here for a reason to get help and makes us all feel connected to the program with each other. Springstone only has 8 students in each class. There's less noisy than most average classes. This school has helped me learn how to do both basic tasks to build upon them more difficult and challenging tasks. Things from cleaning and taking care of myself to building friendship to more challenging things like leather making and glass blowing. Springstone helped me prepare me for college, and we visited the community colleges and programs for options for us after we graduate. We participated in a simulated living experience and held jobs after we interviewed for our positions. We learned how to interact with each other outside of school, and while it was never easy and sometimes made me feel uncomfortable, the experiences were really important for me for my overall success. My discovery is that I know about myself a little bit better, and I will continue to work myself to be a long life learner. I know how to advocate for myself and get help when I need and when I'm struggling. My most memory is just walking, exercising, and having a movement throughout my day. My favorite Access experience is when we went to Chinatown to explore, being out in the community, and to help Springstone with various jobs and volunteer had me learn so much. My post-high school goals are just to fight my way through to succeed in school the best I can. When I went to go, when I got out of high school, to go to DVC college, a part-time job, and challenge myself more. My hopes and dreams are to be more independent, without help towards my needs. I want to thank my whole entire family for getting me this far, throughout the most needed time and waiting for me to work on the skills. Thank you to the teachers for getting me to 12th grade. What I do is different compared to when I came here for middle school. I've grown so much, and I also had to deal with problems. We get the best test. One had to ask for help when I need things to be more accommodating for me. I want to thank the people who took their time to help me at school or when I'm at home. Thank you to Springstone and the community to help me grow and learn. Thank you. Next up, let's learn more about Felix. Felix has been at Springstone since 10th grade, and he is a great artist who is always doing and has something fun to share in class. He keeps us all entertained. We hope you feel the same way. Here is Felix's story.
Hi, my name is Felix Musco. I'm in 12th grade and I'm 19 years old. I've been at the Springstone School for 3 years. I am diagnosed with ADHD and autism. Before finding Springstone, I went to a few different Bay Area schools, but didn't find my right place until my 10th grade year when I transferred to Springstone School. Ever since, I have loved school. It changed my life for the better by making me a stronger student and more confident person. One of the student skills I have worked on is my volume. It is hard to control my voice in class. To solve this problem, I use oral motors and other OT tools. The T-stool seat helps me stay still in class. And sitting on the therapy ball also helps me control my voice. At Springstone, the teachers are helpful, patient, and they give us reminders during class to help us be successful. I like having a Chromebook that I can use in class. I like to use voice to text, and this accommodation allows me to do my best work during class. The smart boards have helped improve class time by bringing lessons to life. The social aspects of Springstone have been great for me. I have enjoyed staying after school to participate in homework club, guys group, art club, and fun Fridays. I love Springstone dances. I feel free to express myself dancing. I really liked the photo booth and taking photos. At dances, we always have fun playing games, dancing, and eating. I appreciate the time to socialize with my friends. Another thing I love about Springstone is access. The access days I enjoyed are Ninja Warrior, ice skating, cooking class, and mini golf. Access on campus is fun too. I learned a lot of preparing for Oktoberfest and working in the kitchen. We made cookies and pretzels. We set up tables, decorations, and made flower arrangements. We also learned about childcare and how to lead fun activities for the children. Favorite access experience I had include going on hikes at the Lafayette Reservoir, visiting San Francisco's Chinatown, and making fortune cookies. We also had a great time at the Crucible in Oakland. This year we made leather belts, and it was awesome to learn leatherworking skills and to have a belt that I created myself. My favorite access day was the iFly indoor skydiving. I was hanging on for dear life in the flying chamber, but I had the best time, and it was a blast to see all my friends also experience this fun day getting out of our comfort zones. From my time at Springstone, I learned more about myself, including that I am good at math, I can take risks, and I'm a talented artist. I found my passion for drawing and creating new dream cars and drawing anime. At Springstone, a lot of my friends also draw, and it's cool to compare and share our artwork. When I'm creating art, my mind can relax and I can trust my hands to channel my vision and imagination. As I prepare to graduate, my plans are going to CIP Berkeley. After I complete CIP, I hope to pursue art, going to Academy of Arts University in San Francisco. I want to create art and become an established artist and eventually become an art professor, and I hope to revolutionize the art scene in San Francisco. I'm excited to think about my future and all of its possibilities ahead. This summer, I will be taking a graduation trip to Japan. I am looking forward to eating lots of Japanese food, visiting art museums, and going to the beaches, and exploring the countryside of Japan. I feel confident and ready to be out in the world thanks to my time at Springstone. I would like to thank my teachers. I would like to thank all my friends who are amazing. Last but not least, I would like to thank my wonderful parents, my mother and my dad, for all their help and love. I would like to thank my brother for picking me up after school and being a great bro. Thank you for my grandparents who are the best. I appreciate it all that has been done for me. I am grateful for my education and lifelong connections. Thank you. It is time to learn more about Nolan. Nolan loves Godzilla and watching anime. In class, he is funny and a hard worker. Nolan is a kind friend and a great person. It's time for Nolan to take over the screen.
Hello, my name is Nolan Oldemeyer. I am 17 years old and I am a senior at the Springstone School. My diagnosis is autism and I have an IEP. My challenges that I am working on are speech and language, reading, and math. The school that I attended before Springstone was good to me. I made friends at my old school. They were very nice to me and my teachers were kind. However, my mom moved me to Springstone because I was not progressing academically and my social skills were not improving. She saw that I had more potential and found a Springstone for me. I started attending the Springstone School in the middle of 8th grade in 2020. My first day of school was also the first day when the COVID-19 pandemic started to close down the world. This was an unfortunate day to join Springstone, but we got through the pandemic together. I was very shy and had my computer camera off as often as possible. My teacher encouraged me to turn on the camera, and it helped me reconnect virtually, and then I was less shy and I made new Springstone friends and reconnected with my old friend too. I really like Springstone because this school is amazing. We do access classes, Spirit Week, after school clubs, and Secret Shark gift exchanges during the holiday season. I like PE classes and the transitions between classes, such as running and walking labs. They help me to exercise my legs and clear my mind. Cross crawls help connect my brain and body. I like to use a fidget for my hands to keep them relaxed and stay focused, to help me listen during classes and lectures. My favorite memories at Springstone were when we were on Access and went to Westfield, San Francisco Century Mall, Chinatown, Stagecoach Green, mini golf, scavenger hunts at the ferry building, and hiking and paddle boating at the Lafayette Reservoir. We recently toured the community colleges and met with the disability services departments. We went to Berkeley, CIP, Diablo Valley College, Laney College, and Los Medanos. We do nature walks, cooking classes, work skills, coffee, cars, social games, and a lot more activities I've enjoyed. I love the Senior Dream Access days we went on last year. We went to iFly indoor skydiving where I faced my fears. At San Francisco Bay Aquarium, we had a private tour and got to be hands-on with the tide pools and see the marine life up close. I also enjoyed the Oakland A's baseball game. We went as a whole school. It was my favorite Major League Ball game and I love the experience. These access days meant a lot to me and helped me grow as a person. The clubs I joined are Sports Club, Art Club, and Guys Group. Those clubs were my favorite. They helped me with my social skills and build stronger peer relationships. I have learned how to advocate for myself. Although it is still a challenge at times, I know my disability is autism, and social communication and language are challenges for me. I'm still learning how to understand my working memory and working on strategies to help with my challenges. I have noticed that my language and the ability to express myself has gotten better. I have a hard time understanding what people are communicating sometimes, and I try to listen more and repeat what I'm understanding back to the speaker. When I am not at school, I really like hanging out with my friends, going to haunted places, making music, going to a movie theater, and exploring new places. I also volunteer at Loaves and Fishes in Pittsburgh, serving food. I love giving back to the community and helping others. When I graduate from the Springstone School, I plan to attend the Diablo Valley College to get my general education credits, and I am interested in learning more about making CGI movies and telling stories, particularly science fiction. Further down the road, I look forward to fall in love and hope to get married. I would like to thank my mom for never giving up on me, for always being there for me. I would like to thank my entire family for their support in the Springstone community. Thank you. I am happy to introduce you to Elijah. Elijah has been at Springstone since 9th grade. We have been friends since 2019, and I hope we are friends for a long time to come. Elijah is a musical artist with heaps of talent and creativity. Listen up, here is Elijah's story.
Hi, my name is Elijah Pascal and I'm 17 years old. I have attended Springstone since 9th grade. I have been here for 4 years and I'm currently in 12th grade. I am diagnosed with autism and I'm on an IEP. Before I came to Springstone, school was fine. I wasn't bullied that much and I had friends. The only real problem was that the classroom was loud and overwhelming. I left during distance learning because my old school did not know how to properly manage online classes. Transitioning to Springstone was easy for me because I was already familiar with some of the students whom I had met at my previous school. I liked how the Springstone campus and environment is quieter compared to the other schools. Besides Springstone being a quieter school, finding a new friend group was challenging online. However, being able to finish assignments was the main obstacle I had to overcome. At my previous school, most of my assignments were missing and I had no motivation to finish them. Once I switched to Springstone, it was a fresh start and I was motivated to start completing my assignments so as to not end up behind in my classes. Distance learning was tough because I was not able to socialize with my peers. Distance learning taught me how to be resilient and persevere through tough times. One of the most memorable things I learned at Springstone was how to manage my time better and to meet deadlines. Now that I understand my disability, being a student with my learning differences has become much easier. At Springstone, I discovered that I was good at math and English. I enjoyed being able to create Google Slides for math projects. For English, I enjoyed being able to analyze books and the creative writing assignments that Mr. Fosberg assigned us. I've had engaging teachers who have made learning accessible to me, and I am appreciative for the quiet classrooms and helpful teachers. The transitions between classes are helpful, and I like walking laps to have time to socialize with friends and the break from class to reset myself. The clubs after school have been enjoyable and given me more time to connect and build friendships. Clubs I have participated in are Guys Group and Homework Club. Homework Club is great because it allows me to get all my work done at school so I don't have to worry about it when I get home. I enjoyed most of the access activities that we participated in. I particularly enjoyed the ones where we were able to explore big cities like San Francisco and Oakland. I also liked iFly Day where we got to go indoor skydiving. Ice skating was fun too. It was my first time trying to ice skate and it was cool to learn how to skate and figure it out. I liked visiting the Crucible and making leather belts. Learning how to do leather work was interesting and fun. My favorite access experience was being able to take part in Secret Sharks. Secret Sharks is a variation on Secret Santa we do here at Springstone. I mainly like the shopping aspect of it. Being able to go to Target and pick out gifts for someone secretly was fun. Being out in the community with Springstone has helped me learn how to get around on public transportation and how to manage my money. After I graduate this May, I will take classes at DVC or LMC, get my general education courses, and take music-related courses before moving on to a specialized school for music production and engineering. My hopes and dreams for my future beyond school are to start my own record label and purchase my own home. I love making beats, writing lyrics, and recording songs. It's a self-expression that I'm passionate about. I especially love infusing my quirky sense of humor into my music, and I hope to have a successful music career doing what I love. As of now, I have 2 records. I recorded and produced under my stage name, Pig Hair LOL, for sale through Spotify, Apple Music, and Amazon Music, and every big streaming service. Feel free to give it a listen. Lastly, it's important to thank my parents. My mom worked hard to advocate for me to get a great education, and my dad supports my musical ambitions. My dad helped my friends and I record a music video. We debuted at the Springstone Talent Show. It means a lot to me to have caring and awesome parents. I'd like to thank my entire family, friends, and teachers for helping me get this far, therefore allowing me to be able to achieve my dreams and goals. You'll be hearing more from me in the future. Thank you. Hello, it's time to check out Gabriel's senior story. Gabriel has been a Springstone student since March of 2022. He's a funny guy who always has something to say in class. Here's more than just a word from the one and only Gabriel.
Hello, my name is Gabriel Harlan. I am 18 years old and I began attending the Springstone School in my sophomore year. I have been at Springstone for 2.5 years. I was diagnosed with autism, anxiety, depression, stomach problems, and I have a speech impediment. Elementary and middle school experience was okay. I had some friends, but I started to be absent often in middle school, when my stomach challenges became intense. My previous high school experience was very difficult. I had little to no friends, I was bullied, and I was ridiculously overwhelmed. I racked up over 1,000 missing assignments and had Fs in every class. Being targeted by a gang of students led me to Springstone, where everything changed and I felt safe and accepted. The biggest challenge I am facing is with my attendance because I don't like being in school. It doesn't matter which school. I would rather be up all night playing games and eating as much junk food as I want. Since that isn't an option, I'm working on my resiliency skills to keep attending school to graduate. At Springstone, the students welcomed me, the teachers were very friendly, and the work was a lot less stressful. I began making friends left and right. I was doing much better in class and I enjoyed the activities. Access was really important to me because it taught me things that no other school did. There were also the OT tools like oral motors that helped me concentrate in class. And the much smaller class size was refreshing from the massive classrooms I was in the past. My time at Springstone has been filled with positive memories both in and out of the classroom. My favorite Access memory was going to the USS Hornet for an overnight stay and tour. I loved that day because aviation is one of my core interests, and it was great to visit with my classmates and teachers to share my love for aviation. I loved summer school. We did a bunch of fun activities. My favorite one was riding pedal boats at the Lafayette Reservoir. I had a great time at school events, like at prom, where I gambled bags of candy and blackjack. My education at Springstone has included many practical lessons for life after Springstone. Going out in the community really helped me become more independent over the years. Learning to be on a budget when shopping, learning how to use public transportation, as well as visiting colleges around the Bay Area. Thanks to my math teacher, Mr. Miller, I learned about taxes and how to pay them, and loans and interests. Very important financial lessons that my previous school doesn't teach. After-school clubs were an essential part of the learning experience at Springstone. I joined the guys group after school and walked to Starbucks or played games. It was fun. The homework club was very useful in case I had missing work and didn't want to do it at home. I could also have one-on-one support during homework club from my teachers. My plan after graduation is to attend a community college for 2 years and to go through flight school to get my pilot's license. While I am in school, I would like to get a part-time job at a grocery store and to get my driver's license. In the future, I am also considering joining the Air Force as a pilot to make a career out of what I am passionate about, aviation. Most importantly, I would like to thank my mom and dad for supporting me unconditionally. They thought I could be successful and saw my potential, even though I didn't see it myself. I also want to thank my brother, Alex, and my grandma, Helen, for being my biggest supporters of all. They listened to all I had to say and gave me ideas on how to improve myself. I am grateful for the support of my entire family to help me get to this point in my education. On a final note, I have learned from my time at Springstone that life is about taking risks and being uncomfortable. This means we do fail sometimes, but it also means we have the resiliency within us to keep trying and to ultimately be successful. Remember, failure is nothing to fear. It's a launching point to spread your wings and fly, and let me tell you, the sky is not the limit. Thank you. Hello, it's time for our last senior story of the night, Julian, our 2024 class president. Julian has been at Springstone since 10th grade. He is a smart, fun, and chill dude who loves baseball. Julian is helpful and kind. You won't find a better friend. Let's learn more about the MVP, Julian.
Hello, my name is Julian. I'm 18 years old. I was born in San Francisco, then moved to Brentwood. I started Springstone at the beginning of 10th grade. I'm currently in 12th grade. I've been here for 3 years. I have ADHD and other learning disabilities. Before I came to Springstone, I went to school in Brentwood. I had good friends, however, the school was not giving me the help I needed in classes. I was successful in some classes like the electives I chose, but I struggled with the main core classes. The classes were too large with a lot of kids, so the teacher was not able to work one-on-one to help me. Also, some of the teachers I had would not even teach. They would give us something to do, then go on their computer, phone, and sometimes do their hair. A few of my teachers wouldn't even show up to class, and we would be waiting outside until they found a substitute for us. Another hardship I had was with my disability. I was always quiet and wouldn't want to share that I need help or have a disability because I thought people would see me differently. However, my friends didn't care when I told them, neither did anyone at Springstone. No one at Springstone looked at me differently because of my disability, which made me feel better about myself. When I joined Springstone, I noticed an immediate big change. The campus was a lot smaller than my previous school, which made it easy to get around, and the environment was amazing. I appreciate having the lush campus creek and wildlife right outside our classroom doors. Another big difference I noticed right away were the size of the classrooms. With the small class sizes, the classes were not too loud or overwhelming, and I was able to get one-on-one help from the teachers if needed. The teachers were very friendly, patient, and understanding with everything, helping me in class and with any problems outside of school. A large obstacle that I had to overcome was social skills. It was tough for me when I first came to Springstone, attempting to talk to new people I had never met before. However, that was fairly easy to overcome with the help of the staff encouraging me to get involved in activities. Another difficult obstacle I had to overcome was patience. Springstone made me learn that I'm not the only one with a disability and that others may work at a different pace than me. So I had to develop and practice skills of being patient. A discovery I made at Springstone is how good I am at math and history. At my previous school, I struggled with those subjects because I wasn't able to focus in large classes. However, when I got to Springstone, I was able to excel in those subjects because of the small class sizes and the ability to work at my own pace with the support of great teachers. My most memorable things I learned at Springstone are financial algebra and literacy. It is most memorable to me because it teaches me real-world things that I need to know, such as how to manage my credit, take out loans, manage checking accounts, working with cash boxes, how to write a check, what insurance I will need in the future, and more. I would never have learned these essential responsibilities needed to succeed as an adult at my previous school. One thing I enjoyed at Springstone was the occupational therapy in classrooms. I would use the grip strength, handles, slime, and fidget rings to help me stop picking at hangnails. Another thing I enjoyed that Springstone offers are the transition activities between classes. It was a nice little break after each class. It was also a way to help me calm down before the next class, prepare me to be my best. At Springstone, I participated in many activities. For clubs, I was in student council, guys group, and sports club. One event I participated in and enjoyed was the student council election. I was voted class president by the whole school, and it felt amazing to know I had the trust of Springstone students. I also enjoyed the prom that we had because I was able to hang out and chill with friends. There are many access experiences that I've enjoyed. I enjoyed Owen's stream access day at the Oakland A's game. Even though I'm a Giants fan, I love watching baseball, and they were playing against the Braves, a team I can't normally watch because they play in Atlanta. Another access experience I enjoyed was going to San Francisco and going miniature golfing. I enjoyed it because I love going to this city, especially San Francisco. I also enjoyed it because on the way to the main golf place on the Muni, we went past Oracle Park where the San Francisco Giants play. Springstone Taking us out to the community through Access has helped me a lot. It taught me how to take public transportation, be aware of my surroundings, and how to act appropriately while out in public. It also taught me how to make purchases on my own, use physical money instead of cards. I've also learned how to read maps and find different routes that help me get to places on time. My post-high school education goals are to either go into a trade school, to pursue being an electrician or welder. My other option is to go to college to major in mass communications or journalism, to pursue a career in sports broadcasting or reporting. After Springstone, I want to do what I love, which is traveling. I like to travel to all 50 states and travel to countries like Japan, Australia, Jamaica, and the United Kingdom. I'd like to give a big thanks to my parents, especially my mom, for finding Springstone to help me better my education. I'd also like to thank my friends for pushing me to keep on trying in school and life when it gets hard. I'd also like to thank my siblings who are also there for me and talk to me about how school is a good change for me. I would like to thank the Springstone teachers for being there all my years and teaching me to improve my knowledge. I'm grateful for my education from Springstone, and I'm excited to continue learning throughout my life. Thank you.
I know what Access is, but I'm not sure everyone watching knows, like my Nana Betty. She doesn't know, someone should explain it.
That's a good call, Nolan. Well, to help us explain what Access is, we have our wonderful middle school and high school teachers who did a little interview to give us more information.
I love Access!
Yeah, it's my favorite part about Springstone.
I love the breakthrough for dummies being able to see how we learn and think their everyday lives.
Like how to load Clipper cards. Before Access, I had no idea how this worked.
Let's hear what they have to say already.
Let's cue the teachers.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn Attorney, and this is the Springstone Middle School team.
My name is Corbin O'Connor. I'm the middle school social studies teacher.
Hi, I'm Wesley Kreisman. I'm the middle school science teacher.
Hi, and I'm Ely Chen. I am the middle school math teacher.
So one of the greatest components of the Springstone School is our Access program. It really sets us apart from other middle school and high schools here in the Bay Area. For middle school, every Wednesday is our Access Days. In high school, they do Access Weeks.
Access is the experiential components of Springstone's program, based on quarterly themes designed to build upon one another.
Access unit themes are transitions, perspectives, culture, community, independence, and dependence. And approximately a third of our Access Days are spent off campus.
The Access program uses thematic-based units to integrate skills learned during academics and strategically selected community outings and activities to integrate social skills and life skills in natural settings.
Access strives to tap individual strengths for use in challenge areas. The goals for the program are to practice and reinforce pragmatic language skills in real life, natural situations and settings, foster independence by teaching practical life skills, build community involvement and relationships, expose students to varied experiences to broaden their interests, to prompt and develop positive and appropriate social skills and behaviors, and integrate thematic concepts to demonstrate real-life application.
And Access is a chance for our students to get out into the community, to work on real life skills, experiential learning, really those skills that are not taught sitting in a classroom. One of the things that I really love about Access is the outcomes that our students come from. When they start with us in 6th grade, they go through the whole program, and by 8th grade, they've developed all of these skills, whether they're independent skills or whether they're resilient skills or grit skills. Corbin is their 8th grade homeroom teacher. What kind of skills do you see in our 8th graders moving on?
Yeah, my favorite Access Day is just kind of their culminating project at the end of the year, in which they're required to lead a group of one staff member and younger students to a destination in San Francisco, and also have to demonstrate that they have to use both BART and Muni independently. And we have a few trial runs leading up to it in which I guide them, but then by the final one, they're expected to do it by themselves. And so far, and every year, they do an excellent job and just demonstrate that they can navigate all the way to San Francisco from Lafayette independently.
Wes, what about you? What is your favorite Access Day, and what do you enjoy most about seeing our kids on Access?
I think that one of my favorite Access Days was actually one that we did recently, which was a new one where we had a student go out and share about our blood drive that we had in February, and seeing the kids go out into uncomfortable situations and the journey from 6th grade to 8th grade where they not only gain confidence, but they learn to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations.
So not only were they building skills amongst our small community here at Springstone, but also getting out into their Lafayette community, and then advertising the blood drive, which brought a ton of different community members from Lafayette, Walnut Creek, Oakland, San Francisco to come and donate blood, which then helps the greater community, right? Like some of our blood may travel to Texas, which I think is also really good for our kids because everything is so narrowly focused to what's going on in their life. But when we can connect all of those pieces for them in 4.5 hours with an Access Day like your community, I think they really do get that greater realization of how big the world is and what they can do. And I do think that's an important part about Access too, is that we really do offer them these opportunities to connect with the greater community, not just their small Bay Area community, but going even bigger than that.
Yeah.
Corbin, what about you? What are some other ones out in the community that you enjoy doing and why?
Yeah, I always enjoy going to the Exploratorium and seeing the kids interact with the various exhibits there, and just learning all these new things and how much fun everyone has, and also allowing them to, as long as we stay in each section, they're given a certain amount of freedom and allowed to kind of navigate through each room in small groups or individually.
Yeah, the Exploratorium is super awesome. The autonomy that they get, and then just interacting with like the science. It's a good one.
I think some of our museum visits were actually great too. Like the most
Pier
recent
24,
one, Pier 24, where they actually they go to something that they probably wouldn't have chosen to go to, but then they learn so much about the community. But there's a lot of learning that's done when you're looking at art and just seeing a different perspective of things.
Definitely, because that is something that's so huge about our Access, is that perspective building piece, right? So whether it's perspectives of each other, doing activities on campus, but also perspective of art, perspective of how other people live, because the Bay Area has so many different people living in it and groups of people that I think Access really exposes our kids to a lot of different perspectives of life.
That's the other thing, that when we do ride BART, we do see a lot of different lives being lived. And I think for the students to be able to see that and see this as real life is actually important, and they do ask questions, and this is an opportunity for us to share.
And in a very organic way too, right? Because when things pop up, we're like, all right, we're gonna roll with this, and like, this is what happens, because that's what real life is. It's not planned hour by hour sitting in a language arts class or social studies, math, or science. It truly is, like, once you get out into the world, what is today going to look like? Yeah. Wes, what about you?
Well, and coming off of that, I really enjoy all the scavenger hunts that we do. Some of them in Walnut Creek, in Lafayette, and the different places that we get to go. The last one we just did was in College Avenue in Oakland, right? And in those Access Days, having the students lead and basically be in charge of their own Access Day, while we just sit back and kind of keep them safe and keep them organized, but really giving them that agency to be in charge of their learning and what it's like if you're in a new town, going somewhere you don't know where you're going. How do we figure it out? Do we use the maps that are at BART? Or maybe if you find, like in San Francisco, a Muni station, there's huge maps, and using those context clues and using those great skills that you can carry on through your entire life.
And also, like, sometimes having to ask somebody for directions, right? Or having to, when scavenger hunts, go in and, you know, talk to a shopkeeper, talk to the librarian, or talk to the police officer to either get information for the scavenger hunt or sometimes where the directions are, because that's huge, right? Like, because our phones do die. The other piece about that I love on the scavenger hunt, and actually I think all of our Access Days, really incorporating those money management skills into Access Days, you know, going to Starbucks or Rome Burgers. The kids are working on these real life skills that are being taught in math with the money management, the time management, and now getting a chance to practice it, but practicing it in a safe situation with our guidance is super, super important. Just being able to order a sandwich from Subway, like, that's huge. And to see them go from Access once a week to then Access full weeks, and to know that they built that stamina and that perseverance for 5 days of experiential learning is huge. And I think the other thing too that I really love is the anchor into social skills that Access also provides. Like if we all have a common shared experience of the same Wednesday, that's something that I can talk to my classmate about on Thursday or over the weekend. Where with some of our kids' social skills, that pragmatic language piece is a challenge and they come to us to work on that. And I think Access lends itself to a very natural, organic hook into conversation pieces. It's like, what did you think of the Exploratorium yesterday? Or how did you feel after that 4-mile hike around the reservoir? And I think it really does lend itself then to these conversations that we want our kids to be able to have as they move through being a middle schooler and then a high schooler and post.
Hi, my name is Mr. Miller, and I would like to introduce to you the high school team of the Springstone Community High School. This is Dr. Brown, Mr. Fosberg, Ms. Walsh, and Ms. Mendoza. And we're here today to discuss about the High School Access Program and what it's all about. Ms. Mendoza, was there a special Access Day that you really enjoyed?
Yes, thanks for asking, Mr. Miller. It was a cooking day that we had at East Bay Health, I believe, here in Lafayette. So it was local, and I really enjoyed it because it was so cool to see the students learn new skills in the kitchen, such as knife skills, learning to use the stove, as well as making their own healthy meals, which is something that they'll need to know for the future when they eventually live on their own or graduate high school and have to make their own meals. I think it's really important for them to know that, and it also teaches them independence.
Yeah, it was a great success.
I agree.
Oh, they've all been so memorable. I've really enjoyed Access Weeks. I particularly liked our week when we went and toured various community colleges in the area. I think it was a great opportunity for the students to plan the day. They would work out what public transport they needed to catch to get to the meetings on time. They have to work out the cost of the transportation, and then meet with disability services and tours within those community colleges to find out if it's something that they might be interested in pursuing after school, and what kind of accommodations are possible for them. And what might be different between high school and college.
Dr. Brown, what is your favorite Access Week so far?
Well, I've really enjoyed all of Access, but Camp Arroyo I think was incredibly fun. I'm really pleased that we do it at the beginning of the year because it's a great way to build community and for the students to get to know each other, for the staff to get to know the students. But I appreciate how much the students get from just being away for a few days. For some students, they've never been away from home. It is a very safe and comfortable and relaxed environment, but students go into it with a lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
And to see them have an opportunity to work through those anxieties, learn how to problem solve themselves, have the opportunity to face a lot of new problems on their own, and then really get the joy that they experience from having been problem solvers and from maturely working things out. Sometimes just sleeping away from home is hard. Sometimes they're anxious about just being in a new environment. Sometimes it's even nature that is making them nervous, but they all get through it and they get a chance to have so much fun together, and that really, I think that's key to building that feeling of community that we carry through the rest of the year.
Mr. Fosberg, any favorite Access Days that you've enjoyed, whether this year or from previous years?
Actually, Perspectives Week is my favorite of the Access themes. This week, for Perspectives Week, we went over to San Francisco and visited the MoMA. It gives the students an opportunity to get outside themselves and to look at points of view that they normally don't have access to, and to do it outside of the classroom environment. It makes it that much more real.
Very nice.
Thank you for supporting Springstone and our Access program.
Thank you for all your help supporting our Access program.
Thank you for supporting the Springstone Community High School and our High School Access program.
Thank you for supporting Springstone and our Access program.
Thank you so much for supporting the Springstone School and our Access program.
Thank you for supporting our Access program and the Springstone School.
Thank you for supporting our Access program in the Springstone School.
Thank you for supporting our Access program and the Springstone School.
Thank you for supporting the Access program in our Springstone School.
Next up, stay tuned to learn about our Dream Access Days.
Oh yeah, where are we hoping to go to? How many trips?
We have all dreamed up, and some of us have teamed up to put together 5 different access days we are hoping to squeeze in before graduation.
Awesome! 5 Access Day experience spanning across the Bay Area.
Oh, where are you hoping to go, Felix?
I hope we will take the wheel at K1, go-kart racing in Dublin. We will go fast and furious.
That sounds awesome, Felix.
Thank you. What is your dream access trip, Elijah?
I hope we will tune in and chill out with the group at the San Francisco Music Hall of Fame and Museum and cruise on cable cars down to Fisherman's Wharf.
I had no idea that place even existed. So cool.
I love that idea, Elijah. San Francisco is the most beautiful city in the world, if you ask me.
Yeah, if we really have access someday, I might try to join.
Yep, Noah and I are hoping to bring the whole Springstone Community High School out to the ballpark to watch the San Francisco Giants beat the New York Mets in April.
That's right, I can't wait for the day at the ballpark to beat that any day.
You got that right, Noah. I am also hoping to take the senior class to San Francisco. I'm planning on a more mellow day that will be an artistic journey to the East, visiting the Asian Art Museum.
Nolan, that would be cool. I've been there like multiple times before. It's a great place with some really amazing art.
That sounds like fun. You know what else is fun?
Our planned trip to California Great America Amusement Park.
Yep, I really hope our trip gets funded because it would be a day to remember with riding roller coasters with you guys.
If we want to make these dreams coming true, we better get on with the show and share our ideas with everyone.
That's right. Stay tuned to hear in more detail what we have dreamt up for our last 2 months of high school access.
For my Dream Access Day, I would like to take the seniors to K1 Speed Go-Kart Racing in Dublin, California. This day is only for the senior class of 2024. I enjoyed riding go-karts and racing them because I have a passion for cars. Since I don't have my driver's license yet, driving go-karts is the next best thing to driving a real car. K1 Racing has been open since 2003. The go-karts are all electric, which means they do not run on gas. The go-karts are fun and safe as long as everyone follows the rules and is considerate about the other racers. Racers who want to drive go-karts have to sign a waiver no matter what age. After we drive, we can play arcade games. If anyone is hungry, we can go to the paddock lounge for lunch. There's a souvenir shop if anyone wants to buy shirts, racing gear, and other merchandise. To get to K1 Speed, we are going to start at Lafayette BART and take the yellow line to 19th Street. From there, going to get on the orange line and transfer again at Bayfair BART to the blue line heading towards Dublin. We will get off at Dublin Station and take the 30R bus to Dublin Boulevard in Civic Park and walk 5 minutes to K1 Speed. It will take us 1 hour, 24 minutes to get there. Transportation per person is $70.30 for round trip. The total of transportation is $153.70 For 3 races, it will cost $67.95 per person. The grand total for my dream access day is $764.55. I would like us to enjoy our last month of high school by racing at K1 speed. Thank you for your help and contribution to make my dream a reality and help Springstone seniors speed to the future and thrive.
Hello, this is Noah.
And Julian.
We're excited to present to you our Dream Access Day for your consideration.
For our Dream Access Day, we hope to take the entire Springstone Community High School to San Francisco Giants game. I chose this for my Access Day because for all my life I've loved the Giants and would love for the school to experience a game at the best stadium in Major League Baseball. I also chose this for my Dream Access Day because last year when we went to the Oakland A's game, it made me think how cool would it be to go to a Giants game.
I also love the San Francisco Giants and want this to be my Dream Access Day because we're having a day at the ballpark with the whole school and it would be a great experience. There is legendary food you can purchase from the kitchen stand like Irvine garlic fries, deli, hot fudge sundaes, footballs, lumpia, crispy crab sandwiches, and so much more. There's a better way to taste the best San Francisco has to offer. Chowing down plus a set fair with an unbelievable view from the bay from your seats.
In addition, the stadium is very easy to get to from our school. To get to the stadium, we will start at Lafayette BART station and take the Yellow Line train to San Francisco and get off at Embarcadero Station.
From there, we will turn around and walk towards the ferry building and get on Julian Line heading towards the stadium, which will take us to King Street and 2nd Street. There we will cross and be at Oracle Park. It's a quick and fun trip.
The cost of our access day for the entire high school comes out to be $800.80, with the tickets being $308 and the BART expenses being $492.80. Please contribute to our Dream Access Day to give us the best ballpark in the Major League to Springstone for the day.
Please donate today to give a spotlight of the day. Thank you.
Thank you.
For my Dream Access Day, I am hoping to visit the Asian Art Museum in San Francisco. I have not had an opportunity to visit the museum, but I am very interested in going as I love Japanese art and film very much. My fellow classmates also appreciate art, and I would love to bring the senior class to the museum to share all that it has to offer. The Asian Art Museum has amazing exhibits, including statues, paintings, and stories. They have new art exhibits that are especially interesting, like Japanese ink paintings, deities, paradons, and legends, storytelling in Chinese pictorial arts. These sounded like cool exhibits to me. I really like being an art designer and story making, and I hope to be an author creating novels and drawing concept art and movie making. The museum opened in 1966 and is located in downtown San Francisco. They have a restaurant inside the museum called the Asian Box. We could have lunch here. To get to the Asian Art Museum, the senior class will meet at Lafayette BART. We will take the Yellow Line and get off at the Civic Center station. There will be 10 stops and it will take 34 minutes to arrive to our station. It's a quick 4-minute walk to the Asian Art Museum. After our day exploring the museum, we will head back to Lafayette by getting on Antioch or Pittsburgh BART train. The transportation cost round trip will be $11.60 per person and $104.40 total. The entry fee for a museum is $108.
The grand total for my Dream Access will be $284.40. It's a bargain to bring the artistic wonders of the East to the Springstone senior class. Please help contribute to my Dream Access Day to make this trip possible. I would love to have this experience with my friends before we graduate. I appreciate your donations and support very much. Thank you.
Hello again, it's Gabriel.
And Kiona,
and we are excited to present our Dream Access Day. For our Dream Access Day, we are hoping to go to California's Great America Amusement Park.
We are planning on bringing the juniors and seniors and forest staff to our Dream Access Day.
We chose to go to Great America because neither of us have gone before, and it seems like a very fun place to get out of our comfort zones, be independent, exploring, and have a great time with friends.
We also like riding roller coasters and different rides. It would be fun to go together since it's our last few months at Springstone, and it would be a brand new experience. We would love to have this special day in the sunshine with our peers and our friends. Great America is located in Santa Clara, California, and it first opened on May 20th, 1976. It was first called Marriott's Great America, but then later changed in 2007 to California's Great America.
How we plan to travel there is quite a journey, but we are up for it. We would start by taking the Yellow Line BART from Lafayette to MacArthur and then transferring to the Orange Line train to Milpitas BART station. We would then take the Orange Line trolley to the Great America stop, and then it is a short walk to the front gate. Travel time from Lafayette is estimated to be about 2 hours and 30 minutes each way. It would be a long and fun day, with everyone ultimately being picked up at the Lafayette BART station at 9 p.m. in the evening.
For the transportation costs, round trip on BART, it would be $231, and for the trolley, it would be $75 round trip. For transportation costs, it would be $306. The entrance fee for Great America is $55.99 per person, and it includes one meal and free drinks all day. The total cost for this memorable experience is $1,145.85.
We hope you are willing to contribute to our Dream Access Day. We would love the opportunity to seek the thrills and chills of a day on the soaring coasters.
Please help us create a lifelong memory before we graduate. We appreciate your support in the gift of embracing our wild side on the great ride.
Thank you.
Hello, this is Elijah, and I'm happy to present my vision for my Dream Access Day to you. I'm hoping to go to the San Francisco Music Hall of Fame and then take cable cars to the scenic downtown and spend the afternoon at Fisherman's Wharf. The sophomore, junior, and senior class will be invited to attend this Dream Access Day. I would like to share the experience of visiting this museum because music is an important part of life and the life of other students here at Springstone. I have not been here before, and it seems like it would be a very enjoyable experience. I'm a musician and creative myself, and it'd be cool to be able to see the history of music in the Bay Area. After a visit to the museum, we will hop on a cable car. There's a stop 2 blocks from the museum, and then we will glide through the downtown area and stop at Fisherman's Wharf for lunch. The San Francisco Music Hall of Fame has been around for about 20 years. We will have a guided tour from a local San Francisco musician. The gallery, the brick wall, and the visionaires are the 3 components that make up the San Francisco Music Hall of Fame. The gallery has an impressive collection of over 90 fine large format photography prints. The brick wall is part of the building's entrance and features more than 300 bricks honoring incredible performers, venues, and individuals connected to the San Francisco music industry over the past 50 years. The exhibits are a part of the visionaires. Each exhibit will feature artifacts that honor the historical performers who helped shape the music in the Bay Area and around the globe. Once we have absorbed all the musical vibes, we will hop on a cable car for a classic San Francisco experience, riding the cable cars through downtown San Francisco. We will have a late lunch at Fisherman's Wharf and explore the area before heading back to Lafayette. For transportation for my Dream Access Day, we will start by meeting at the Lafayette BART station and take the San Francisco train all the way to the Powell Street station. Once we get off at Powell, we will walk for about 20 minutes to the San Francisco Music Hall of Fame. As our day winds down, we will head to the Embarcadero station to board a Pittsburgh or Antioch train back to Lafayette. For transportation, the total cost for everybody would be $292.69 per round trip. For the admissions, the cost would be $298.83 for everybody. If you combine these costs, in total the whole day would cost $591.52. Please contribute to my Dream Access Day to bring the San Francisco music scene to Springstone students. We would love to be given a day in San Francisco to enjoy learning the musical history of the city, learn more about rock legends, experience cable cars, and the best San Francisco has to offer. Thank you for your support. I appreciate your consideration and donations to make this day possible. Thank you.
Welcome back. Wow, those were really well put together.
I agree. It's so exciting to finally be able to share this with everyone. It's time to introduce our Senior Star Service Dinner and Fundraising Gala.
And share how we trained for the event at Gala.
That's a great point. Can't forget the wonderful lessons we had from Gala Day at Gala.
We learned so much about the food service and preparation for the event.
So let's get right into it.
Welcome to the Springstone School's presentation showcasing our Senior Star Service Dinner and Fundraising Gala and the training leading up to it. This is Elijah,
Nolan,
and Julian. This year the Senior Star servers are the Springstone class of 2024. Noah, Gabriel, Julian, Felix, Kiona, Nolan, and Elijah.
The Senior Star Service Dinner and the Fundraising Gala is Springstone's biggest fundraiser of two that we do every year and the cornerstone event to benefit Springstone's programs.
This is the time of year when everyone in the Springstone community comes together to support Springstone.
Families donate auction items and participate in our virtual auction. Senior families purchase tables to support their star servers. Awesome returning community volunteers come to help make the run of the evening successful, and the 11th grade class offers free childcare during the event so that parents can relax guilt-free.
This year, all of the money raised from our auction and the gala will go directly to supporting Springstone's Access program, bringing students out into the community for hands-on experiential learning.
A worthy cause. We love Access and we appreciate all of your donations.
As seniors, we are excited for the Senior Star Service Dinner and Fundraising Gala. We look forward to hosting our own table full of our special guests.
Guests include any combination of following people who have supported and impacted our lives, such as parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, family, friends, therapists, advocates, Springstone supporters such as alumni and former parents and teachers.
We bring these special people in our lives together to celebrate and honor all the work we have put into making this evening successful. Preparations begin a year prior to the dinner. Our class began preparing last year when, as 11th graders, we provided childcare for guests attending the gala.
Last year, we also supported decorating and cleaning. We have a sense of the evening, and this year we are looking forward to our turn hosting and serving.
As part of our senior project, we began working on our customer service, soft skills, and life skills preparing for Oktoberfest.
That's right, we did all different jobs like help cook, bake, decorate, and provided childcare during our Fall Oktoberfest fundraiser with fun activities for kids.
We've done a lot of work preparing for the future and for this gala. We have a life simulation project in our financial literacy class that crosses over to our access class and our vocational education class.
This year we have learned about paychecks, taxes, insurance, rent, and created personal budgets. We put together our resumes, asked for references, interviewed for positions around the school like being a teacher assistant.
We grew our vocational skills for the coffee cart. Every Friday we sell hot coffee, tea, and hot chocolate to Springstone students and teachers.
We worked on our speech writing and presentation skills, writing and recording our senior stories, and our Dream Access Days too.
In our vocational education class, we learned how to provide excellent customer service skills to set tables, fold napkins, wait tables, and to be great servers.
That's right, we are currently still in training to learn the best service skills possible. We spent a day at Bloody Italian Ristorante on College Avenue in Oakland. The manager and head waiter, Davide Rizzi, is a service professional with 46 years in the hospitality business.
Davide trained us on table setting, proper beverage service, and holding 3 plates at once. It took some practice, but we got it.
I was so proud when I was able to hold 3 plates and to serve them without dropping anything. Oh hey, did you know that Bologna is a traditional, authentic Italian restaurant featured in the Michelin Guide and voted one of the top 50 best Italian restaurants in the world?
Yes, I believe it too. The best part of the training was being served a meal by him to help show how a professional works, to give us a visual guide of what to aspire to.
Lunch at Bologna was so good, it's no wonder they are one of the hardest reservations to get in the Bay Area.
Yes, the hype is real. Now let's take a look at our training day and hear from the wonderful Davide.
Allora, I set up this one. You have a 3 fork, you have a knife, and you have a dessert fork and knife. Why they are set up like that? Because you don't need anything else than serve food. Every time they finish, they got the fork and knife. They finish with the fork and knife. You got already a backup, because you don't need anything else. There is one rule we respect all the time. What we serve the people, we serve always from our right to the left. Why? Because if I serve like this, let me take a plate. If I serve like this, you see my angle of my arm doesn't bother his shoulder or his face. If I serve like this, what's happened? I give him my shoulder on the face. And if I do this, I can hurt, right? Okay. Buongiorno, how are you today? Huh? How are you?
Good.
Good. Example, if you are like this, the water here is the simple one, and you serve the water right here. After we serve the meal, the antipasto or the salad or the pasta, every time you do something, I mean, you serve, before you take the plate, the empty plate, you arrive, you can say, how's everything? Did you enjoy the meal? In that case, they feel more comfortable because you're the first one to talk. Look what they say, oh yes, thank you. Would you like more?
We had a great time at Bologna and the food was incredible.
Did you know that Belody will be catering the Senior Star Service Dinner?
Yes, and I'm so excited we get to have Belody before service begins too. The food is delicious and I'm looking forward to serving my guests a great Belody dinner.
Me too. We had a great day with Davide and we will go back once more. And he will test each of us on our service skills to show him we are ready to serve at the Gala.
We are grateful for our partnership with this fantastic restaurant.
Yes, we are. So now you know the Senior Star Service Dinner and Fundraising Gala is more than just a dinner. It's the culmination of a year-long senior project preparing us for graduation and our next big steps in life.
The senior project and the Gala is one of the most mentally and physically tiring times for us as we are being pushed well outside our comfort zones and learning lots of new skills, including keeping eye contact, focusing on orders, multitasking, working along large crowds, and memorizing the menu.
This can be a big challenge and overwhelming to us as neurodivergent students. It gets intense and the pressure feels immense. We learn how our own limitations and how to push the boundaries of what we thought was possible.
This builds our confidence, character, and sets us up for success in future relationships and endeavors. Keep in mind that all Springstone students have been diagnosed with learning differences, and what would be difficult for a typical teenager often feels out of reach for us.
With the support of staff and administration, students are stretched and find out more about ourselves and how to do things we never thought possible.
This is why the tipping points matter so much at our dinner. It affirms that we are doing a good job and that all of our practice, dedication, and hard work putting together the evening and learning all these skills has paid off and is appreciated by our honored guests.
The night of our gala is essentially our final project and is an exciting evening. We dress professionally to serve and are reviewed before the service alongside our teachers' seconds.
I hear that the moment we are in review and to see our guests, family, friends, and supporters seated, dressed in their fancy outfits and ready to enjoy a wonderful evening is a bit emo.
Yeah, we might be emotional because it is truly a special and rewarding evening, having our family and friends together to celebrate us, to give us tips we call funny money. As we serve them and show off our skills, it will be a highlight of our high school careers.
That's right, a rewarding and also fun evening. Thanks to Springstone friends who are joining us again this year. Master of Ceremonies Brian Dean and live auctioneer Big Frank will be on deck to ensure the evening runs smoothly and generates donations for our Access program.
Big Frank may be deaf, but he is one of the best at what he does, raising millions of dollars for Bay Area nonprofits. We are lucky to have him back this year.
So bring your checkbooks for an exciting live auction, including trips around the world, unique experiences on the Oakland Roots soccer field, and much more.
While the live auction is for Gala guests only, our virtual auction through Clickbid will be open to everyone near and far and closes at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, the night of our Gala, March 29th.
After our guests have enjoyed the most delicious tiramisu and won awesome auction prizes, the funny money is tallied up and the most appreciated star server of 2024 is announced. We will also take photos together as a table before the evening comes to a close.
We appreciate each and everyone who contributes to the continued success of Springstone's programs. Thank you for participating and contributing in any way possible.
While dinner seating is limited, if you would like to join us, please reach out via springstoneschool.org by hitting the gold Gala button where you can find tickets, menu, and more information.
Don't forget to text Springstone to 56651 to connect and to participate in our virtual auction. Once again, that's Springstone to 56651.
We hope to see you there or online supporting Springstone, a one-of-a-kind school for one-of-a-kind students.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you for donating and helping Springstone.
Thanks so much.
Training at Belody was such an amazing experience.
Everyone was so nice.
especially Doggy Day.
Oh yes, it was a real honor to learn from him. He has so much experience.
And the food. Oh, what wonderful food.
Truly deserving of its place in the Michelin Guide.
Did you know that they are catering for a senior star dinner?
Yes, I can't wait.
Are you nervous to serve? I know I am.
I think we are all the nervous to serve, but with the amount of practice we had, I think we all do great.
Did you know that we have an auction event being launched today at 7?
That's so cool. How do I find the Springstone auction page?
It's easy, just text Springstone to 56651 for the link.
That's right. Or you can click on the link to find our auction landing page. Sign up with your email address to begin donating directly to our Dream Access Days, our access program as a whole, and to bid on the wonderful assortment of auction items, experiences, and getaways.
Again, don't forget to text Springstone to 56651 to get the Clickbid link.
But what kind of items are being auctioned off? Is it really worth the hassle?
I'm glad you asked. We have more items than we have time to talk about here. So we'll only go over some of them.
Like a $200 gift card to Bologna.
Yes, like that one.
I noticed that there was a gift card for a 1-hour massage at Bliss Mind and Body Spa.
That sounds relaxing.
I love going to the spa and the travel. Is there anything else for someone like me?
I'm glad you asked. How does a free night stay in the Syrah foothills sound? It may be only a 2-hour drive from the Bay Area, but that makes it no less of a vacation spot.
For those wishing to donate, you can do that!
Oh wait, there's more.
With every purchase, you directly support the Springstone School Access programs and help to take us back to places like Camp Arroyo next year.
The auction ends on March 29th at 9 p.m., so make sure you get your bids in.
Thank you for your support!
Hope to see you at the Senior Star Service Dinner, Fundraising Gala, or supporting online.
Thank you for your donations. Thank you for supporting our access. This is brought to you by the Class of 2024. Thank you for clicking the link. Click, 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 click. It's not going to be there for long.
Bid today to support the Springstone School.
That's right.
Thank you for your contributions.
We appreciate you. Thank you for watching our show.